Welcome to Backyard Sports Cares. I'm your host, Lisa Caslin, and we are about a week away from Thanksgiving, and we're continuing our Give Thanks series today with Kiki Campbell. She is the manager of youth engagement and fan development for the New York Knicks, and we are so happy to have you, Kiki.
Thank you.
So, the New York Knicks / Westchester Knicks have sort of been a really good partner to us in the past, and we just wanted folks to kind of, understand a little bit about what you do. You've got an interesting program specifically designed for kids called Junior Knicks. So tell us what you do.
Yeah, absolutely. So starting this August, actually started my new role specifically with the Junior Knicks, and the Junior Knicks is the New York Knicks youth basketball department of the organization.
Mm-hmm.
Previous to that role, I was the manager of business operations specifically for the Westchester Knicks. So I had my hands in everything, especially in the youth basketball world in Westchester. And, the Junior Knicks has been established for years, but in the past 2 seasons, it was pushed more to work and collaborate with organizations to help elevate not only what their current program was, but also elevate their coaches, youth basketball coaches, their programming that they had, and also grow the game and sport of basketball.
Very good. So give me an example of some of the ways that you do that through Junior Knicks.
Yeah, absolutely. And of course, I just wanted to say it's not just me. I have my director and my VP, and we have an amazing student associate that also helps with these different programming, but one being the Junior Knicks Assist program, which is sponsored by Fidelis Care. And this is something new that we started this season. And we partner with nonprofit organizations to help raise funds for that organizations through basketball games.
Great.
So, all ticket proceeds, silent auction, 90% of all net proceeds go back to the organization.
Very cool. So how often do these basketball fundraisers take place? And is it a regular thing in Westchester? Could we kind of go on the site and say, okay, next weekend I want to go to a tournament and help raise money, or how does that work?
So it's funny. This is something new this year, and we're contracted to do 3. Our next 2, unfortunately, are not in Westchester, but the vision for this is to grow and to really expand how we work with nonprofits. But once we have a game, which we may have one in February, kind of working through that right now, any nonprofit organization can go on the website and they can put in their information to learn more on how they can be selected to have host one of these games.
Oh, okay. That's terrific. And then I think you have a summer camp too, right?
Absolutely. So the Knicks have had an amazing summer camp over the years. Of course, I'm not taking credit for that. Of course not, because it's been going on before me.
Yeah.
My director does a great job hosting these camps, and over 200 of kids over 12 weeks this past summer.
Wow.
Had the opportunity to attend camp, and also we provide scholarships for some kids who are not able to pay full admissions. There are scholarships that we have to have kids attend camp during the week. So we had 12. 2 of those 12 were actually held at Bronxville in Westchester this past summer.
Oh, that's terrific.
Yeah.
So it's over the course of 12 weeks. It's a day camp, obviously, so for a few hours a day, and that's wonderful. All right, we got to keep tabs on that.
Yeah, we go to different locations. So, we were in Bronxville. We hosted Baruch. We've been in Jersey, in the Hamptons. So, when the parents want to have some time off, to send their kids to Knicks camp. It's a good time.
Okay, very cool. So how did you get involved with Backyard Sports? What are some of the things that you've done together?
Oh, wow. Our relationship started in 2014 with a cold call. Selling tickets, and in Danny's fashion, he's like, no, I know you have got to go on here, but I feel like we can have more out of this relationship. Let's meet at city limits. So I feel like that's how how the relationship started. And, he's been in this youth basketball space for a very, very long time, not just with Backyard, but just his relationships that he's been able to create over the course of so many years. So, again, it started with the cold call and, just understanding what we both want to do for the youth basketball space. So we've donated tickets from the Westchester Knicks to his organization, and he's helped us out with bringing up families out to a game and collaborating on small programming, whether it's with bringing athletes to the organizations and the other organizations that he partnered with for the athletes to meet the kids and speak to their families and things of that nature, or working with him on basketball clinics.
That's great. That's great, and we really do thank you for that. So what is your mission, Kiki? What do you want to accomplish as it relates to kids and helping them to, maintain a healthy lifestyle and really flourish in the game of basketball?
It's funny because basketball means so much to me, and it's done so much for me than just me being able to play and enjoy the sport. And I just want to be able to share that experience with as many kids as possible, especially young kids that, look like me, who may not have had the proper upbringing as society would state, but know that there's more opportunity than what's just on the court. Basketball has brought me long-lasting relationships, long-lasting friendships, and has been able to be a career for me that I never thought I would have. So again, it's just what I would love to do is have an opportunity to share my story and help kids create their own story with this vehicle we have called basketball. So however that is, however that looks, I just want to be a part of that.
Oh, I love that. That's wonderful. So is there anything else you want to you'd like to make sure folks know and understand as it relates to some of the programs and initiatives that you're offering?
Absolutely. We are in kind of like a shift of how we see our strategy for the next 3 to 5 years, and I just want people to make sure they follow us on social. Junior being spelled out JUNIOR, Knicks on Instagram and Twitter, and our Facebook page. See some programming that we have coming up in the next few months. Just continue to stay active and patient with us. We're going to look to kind of build back up the New York mentality in the next coming years, absolutely. And I just want to say this on record too, like, what Backyard Sports as a whole is doing, and not to be so broad, but in the community for the kids is great, but also what Backyard Sports and Danny has done for me in my professional career is truly appreciated, and it speaks volume of the kind of person he is and who he surrounds himself with.
Oh, thank you so much for your kind words. I really, really do appreciate that. So if folks want to take a visit to your website, what is the site?
Just www.newyorknicks.com/Junior Knicks.
You got it. Okay. It's been a pleasure catching up with you, Kiki. I wish you all the best of luck.
Thank you. Stay warm.
Thank you, and happy Thanksgiving.
Yes, happy Thanksgiving.
Bye-bye.